And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
There goes the neighborhood!
Oh, yeah. I swear to God, and you know I'm a very religious man, Jacob sang along every word of that song. Full volume in this room.
I'm uncomfortable.
Full volume in this room.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's catchy.
It is all right, I'll forgive it. And I know I was like, Jacob, but the hard R. And you were like, it's how he's singing it. Yeah, I know you. You're a karaoke king, dude. I'm not going to take you off your game. Try to throw you a curveball like that, you just say it. Deal with it. I'll turn it up again, Lou. It's Metal Week. We're here. And we're not going anywhere. This is a warning to whites.
We're here.
Body count's coming, dude.
We ain't going nowhere.
Ice-T. Remember how scary he used to be? Before he was Detective Finn Tutuola, almost exclusively to me. The best part is he's Finn Tutuola, and he still goes out and does this, which is interesting. Dick. Jacob, remember you said you don't think black people could be in a rock band because they can't play instruments? And then I showed you this, and you were like, oh, I guess I was wrong all those years. I guess my father was wrong about those people. The gays and the blacks. Your dad's two kryptonites. Papa Batat's two kryptonites. Gays and blacks. You get a gay black, his head's going to explode. You can't even know those exist.
It's not blacks. I take offense to that.
Huh?
I take offense to the black thing.
What? That your father doesn't like black people?
Yeah.
Well, no, not outwardly. Like Mike Vecchione's dad didn't like black people.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You mean everybody?
Yeah, you know, a little saying it without saying it.
And gays, he wouldn't even go hard with that. He was more like, that's the older generation.
I heard your dad called
Roots.
gays the N-word, which is weird. Doesn't even make any sense. That's how offensive he wanted to be. Papa Batat's on a rampage again. He must be on the sauce.
It's all because of this terrible, awful Negro.
I do think my dad evolved with the times, too, because he knew this guy for like 50 years. Charlie. Worked with him at the Empire State Building. And one day, my dad, he called up my dad. He goes, for real, I would appreciate if you called me Charlene from now on.
Really?
He transitioned.
Really?
Really?
As an older gentleman.
And what'd your dad say?
He said to me, my
just
dad
tell me his name's changed?
What'd your dad say?
No, my dad told me this story. He goes, what am I going to do? I called him Charlene. So he calls him that, and he's fine with it.
Anyway, me and Charlene are
Progress,
seeing
right?
each other. Your mother gets it. She understands. I have needs, and she's an older lady.
But, I mean, you don't get that from, like, a man in his 80s. They don't...
That's true. But, Jacob, none of us thought your father was a racist at all, by the way.
I did.
Doing a kind of a fictitious character of your father, caricature, being a super racist guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually thought he was.
Yeah.
Jay, you almost got me yesterday with your little... Read that for me, Bobby? You almost got me.
Really?
Oh, that almost caught me out there.
Thought you would have went.
Ice-T.
Turn the song back up, Lou. Oh, it's not back to it yet, but it's coming back.
You know when Ice-T stopped being cool to me? When he turned into a kangaroo in Tank Girl.
Oh, yeah. He
That-
was a kangaroo in Tank.
I was like, I'm done. Not really scary anymore. He's not a pimp anymore. He's a kangaroo.
Yeah. Yeah, he did lose the pimp game, and he became a kangaroo. I forgot about that. He also...
I think he made $100,000 for that.
He wasn't scary rap in the beginning because it was all for breakdancing. You know what I mean? So he wasn't... And then he got scary because he started doing a little bit darker rap. He got jacked, which was a big thing. So then he became the guy with the shirt off and the ponytail. You didn't know what to make of him. Then Body Count came out, and he's doing heavy metal and daring white people to say the N-word. I mean, this song is, as Jacob says, extremely catchy. Oh, let him know, Ice-T. Jacob, break that television with your head. Jacob, headbutt that TV in half, man.
Jacob, get a ladder and break that television with your head.
Jacob, climb up on that table over there and smash through that fucking wall. Oh. Oh. They go in the neighborhood. He's, SV, Mike Epps has the best joke about Christine, turn the TV on behind you. Mike Epps has the funniest bit about him when he was like, how SVU like killed him. He goes, man, they cut that dude's lawns and his ponytail. He said every time he, I know. He said every time he walks into a scene, they just come down to coming in and going, yo, Liv, Vice says they got 2 dead bodies. He just walks back out. Mike Epps said Ice-T asked him to do a movie with him because we got to do a project together. And he was like, yeah, man, totally. And then he got far enough away. He was like, man, hell no. Because they cut all your lines in SVU.
There he is. There's Ice-T as a kangaroo.
Yeah, Tank Girl. Was that the end of Lori Petty? What happened to her? Did she fall into a crevice or something?
That was the end.
She fell off physically, though. She turned into...
The cute pixie thing turned into Bull Dykey, didn't it?
It turned into, old...
Yeah.
Smoke a lot meth face real quick.
Because she pulled off, somehow, in Point Break, she pulled off the short hair, and you got it. You got why you dug her.
Yep.
She's like a beach fantasy girl.
She wasn't even that, like her body wasn't even that banging. She was like average.
That was pretty tight.
It was all right. She had little tiny goofy titties.
She had little titties.
And she had a mushy butt.
Goofy ass titties.
Mushy butt.
Christine, not you. Bobby's not talking about you. Your titties are great, but Bobby's insulting them.
No, Christine does. Christine has little, as Patrice used to say, smoking pot titties.
Oh, yeah. You got little roaches. You have little roach tits. That's better. That cleans it up. You know what? I think that cleans this whole
Thanks,
situation
Jay.
up.
Appreciate it. Yeah, she fell out. Look at her in the middle there. Woof.
Where?
Right there.
That's from Tank Girl.
Is it? Oh, she sucked then, too, then.
Well, that's not a very good picture of her in there. But yeah, yeah, this is her now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she hit that wall.
Yeah. She looks like somebody in a picket line for SAG.
Yeah, she looks like she smells bad.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's so excited. She's like, oh, hey, wait, what's happening in this?
She's singing. She's singing a song.
Or she's sucking her thumb.
Yeah. Did you ever suck your thumb?
Never.
Never did any of that stuff?
No, my girlfriend right out of high school, or at the end of high school, sucked her thumb and tried to hide it from me. And then, by the way, didn't tell me, like when her family, I thought her family just didn't like me. When they would try to get us to break up, they would just tell me shitty things about her. He goes, every night she sucks her thumb and holds a piece of ribbon that she calls her, it's a piece of silky, like a ribbon.
Uh-huh.
Would you think it would be called, I thought she was telling me silky, but it's selkie.
Selkie?
Which I think is just like an improper pronunciation of silky.
She made a name for a silky ribbon was Selkie?
Selkie the silky. Anyway, that didn't work out. Me and her didn't work out at all.
It's a long-term relationship, though.
Oh, yeah. No, eventually she lived with us.
Was he with her for a long
I was with her for 6 years.
6 years you were with a chick with a ribbon and her thumb in her mouth?
On and off.
I mean, what
But
the
on
fuck?
for most of it, I'd say. Yeah, the Cheryl saga was quite a saga. The Cheryl saga was a wild one. That took a lot of twists. And she lived with me for a little while.
Were you on the couch and she just started sucking her thumb? Or was it like just at bed?
No, I think it was told to me that she does that.
Oh, you
And
never
then
saw
By
it?
the time we lived together, it was like, you're going to catch it. But it is pretty funny coming home late at night, like when I first started doing comedy, and she was like living with us at one point, like coming home late at night and waking, you're young, so you just like libido's high, coming into a girl with a great body in a t-shirt, no pants, sucking her thumb, and then start fucking her.
It's kind of hot. You know what? You turn me on it.
Yeah, but it's also weird.
You kind of turn me on it.
Hey, dipshit. I'm going to start fucking you now.
And I was like, yep.
It'd be harder if she was doing multiplication problems.
Oh, it's so funny. What a juxtaposition. Hey, let's fuck.
What are you doing, honey? Basic math?
Oh, she couldn't spell. It was there was a lot.
I can't spell either.
And then the problem was part of our like it going bad was when I started doing comedy and became friends with Kurt. And then I was hanging out with Kurt's friends more. Like I'd hang out with my friends and then Kurt and his group of friends sometimes because they were just like just different, very different.
Yeah.
Group of friends. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm not one of, by the way, maybe none of us in my group were like smart people at all, but I thought I was like maybe one of like the intellects of our group. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
you're one of the intellects of our group. I mean, that's not saying much.
It's not saying much.
No, it's not saying much. But
this wasn't saying much either. I was the intellect of my group of guys who like tried to get chicks and go to the mall and play basketball. Kurt's people were like well-read, learned people.
These art school friends.
Art school friends.
He had a book in their back pocket. When they had a moment, he'd just take it out.
They all just seem more like smart and or smarter and more mature than me. And when I would bring her to like an event of like that group of friends, man, how shitty I was to her. And Cheryl, if you're out there, I apologize for this because she was just dumb. She played.
Who are we talking about?
My ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Sorry,
Christine.
She didn't pretend to be anything she wasn't. She was just a doofus who grew up in a trailer
Hate that
with
word,
a
doofus.
crazy family and whatever.
Rode horses.
She rode horses. She was good at that.
Wait,
really good at
this
that.
Fucking good. This sounds like a great chick now. Rides horses, sucks her thumbs.
She used to
has a
sing.
ribbon.
Buddy, let
Jay
me tell
still
you.
misses her.
Did you ever give a loser ribbon? You had to try to replace it. You had to go to
Oh no.
Hobby. Was it
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. Do you guys have Selkie?
Excuse me, sir?
Selkie.
Do you have Selkies here? Sorry, I don't know what that is at all. I'll look. I'll go look.
You replace it and she comes home. She's just, Jay?
This isn't Selkie. It doesn't smell like 15 years of spit.
Did she suck on the ribbon?
I don't know, man.
I mean, what the fuck? Did she ever get mad when she couldn't find Selkie?
I bet.
Probably. She probably flipped out if she couldn't find Selkie.
Like when Dawn can't find her sunglasses?
Yeah. Probably a lot like that.
Really? What did you do? Did you have to look around the house for Selkie?
Probably have to help her find Selkie. I mean, it was just in our room. We were at my mom's house. It was white trash as hell.
You lived with your mom with this girl?
She was like 18.
Jeez, wow.
Yeah, it was like...
Your mom let a chick live with you?
It's asinine. And you think she would have learned from me. 100% of her children have done that. They're about 2 years now. 2 years into my sisters and their husbands bought a house together. They bought one. So like
so they were living with your mom.
And my brother still lives with my mom. And
how old is he?
34.
Wow.
34.
Does he live there by himself though?
Well, with his daughter.
No, his daughter goes back and forth.
That's all right.
And well, it's not all right.
Well, I mean, it's not. But
it's not ideal.
Every family has that one, especially if there's a bunch of kids. There's that one kid that never leaves.
No, he was out for a minute, but he had a little dance with Mr. Brownstone, if you know what I mean.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so he fucked up for a bit, and then like he's very much got it together now in that regard. But like he lives with my folks.
My uncle lives in the same room, the same fucking bed, his whole life, in my grandmother's house. It was 5. I think it was.
Christine's got wacky family like that. They won't leave each other, and they're all old.
He waited him out. He owns the house now.
Yeah,
that house was $13,000 when they bought it.
That's what
now
the guy's doing.
Now it's worth like $1 million.
That's what the guy's doing in Providence, right, Christine?
Yes, we're actually trying to figure that out. Like so it can go to him and then go to me.
What?
What?
Why would it go to you?
Because there's only 2 like grandkids. It'd actually probably be me and my cousin Chloe.
Tell you what,
that's the whole generation.
That house shit ruins families.
No,
I've seen it happen.
Let them have it. It looks like the Nightmare on Elm Street house or at Amityville.
I love that house. It's the house my mom grew up in.
It's crazy. I say we get it, demolish it,
No,
sell the land.
Build a studio for
it's
Gas
old,
Digital.
It's an old school New England house. It's cool.
Oh, let's build a Gas Digital studio up there.
Let me ask you a question though. This house, when someone dies, it goes to you, or does it go to the person still living in it?
There's a person still living in it. It will go to him.
Okay, it goes to
And
him.
I really don't want him to sell it. I would love the opportunity to like buy him out if possible, just because it does mean a lot to me being like where my mom was born.
Jay,
and
he wants to buy him
I would
out
like
someday.
to. I'd like to keep that house.
Why?
in the
Is your
family.
mom's soul trapped in a mirror inside or something?
I just don't want to lose the house. I already lost the house I grew up in. Like I lost the Topanga I lost a lot of properties.
What?
Like I'd like to keep that one.
You could throw a Molotov cocktail on all of my former residences. I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, but she's saying, like my grandmother's house, which I love. There was 13 of us in this house at one time.
Yo, they sold my grandmother's house. She just died 2 years ago. They sold her house. They sent us pictures. It was, I mean, it's unrecognizably different immediately in a shitty neighborhood in West Philadelphia. And you're just like, well, there's that. Whatever.
Well, that house
Like-
is probably worth a lot of money. Like I said, it was $13,000. Now it's $1 million. That house was 13. It's $1
What
million.
her aunt has?
I'm saying it's and this house is a shitty little house, but the neighborhood just changed. The neighborhoods change. Neighborhoods go down, and all of a sudden, they get rebuilt again, and there's families and kids, and they redo things, and the property value goes up. My house that I bought was a dead neighborhood. People lived there in the 50s, had families, was a great neighborhood. All those kids left. The old people started dying off. I bought in from an old lady that was dying.
And
there was-
then the blacks came.
Yeah, that did happen. That did happen.
And then Jacob's dad moved to Florida. Boom!
Now we're moving to Katona, but no, the neighborhood is all kids now, and it's in the houses. My house, dude, I got for a song, and I do like saying that, but it's worth a lot of money now.
Is it like a song, not a full album? Is that
Yeah.
the point of the...
I don't know. I just like saying it. I've heard
Oh,
it.
We're
okay.
talking about the New York house.
My New York house, not my tiny house, but the New York house. When I sell it now, I'm gonna make a lot of money off of it because I bought it when the neighborhood was dead.
Wow.
And now it's back, and everybody wants to live there. And
This guy keeps trying to sell it to me, telling me buy it from him, and then he's telling me, he goes, "I am gonna hose somebody up the ass for
No,
this house."
I'll give you a good deal. You guys don't want my house. You guys need you need a pool.
Yeah.
You need a fucking basement. I know the house you guys are gonna get.
Yeah.
But you should move up to Westchester. Do not go to Jersey.
Maybe I'll look.
I
I'll be
will.
happy to look around.
I will
Westchester.
help you find a house.
Yeah.
I will. I know exactly where you should live. I know exactly where you should live. You're not having kids, right?
I have one.
No, with her vagina.
No. Christine's all facials. What, were you asking that?
No, I was not asking that. I was asking if you're going to leave it
Christine
in.
opens her mouth really wide, and either myself, or her beats me off onto her face.
You've never.
What are you supposed to do? Suck your dick for an hour?
What's she supposed to do? Suck my dick for an hour? You're absolutely right, Christine. I pull out way early, and then one of us tugs my dong until I shoot semen all over her her face right there. Christine right over there.
Hey, Chris, is that why she has such awesome skin?
It may be a lot of the reason she has awesome skin, because I don't let her wash it off. I say, take a walk around the building with
that's
it.
great.
I make her come walk.
I kiss her on the cheek every day when I see her too.
Oh, yeah. And you notice it's very soft, right?
Yeah, it
What do you
does.
think that is, dude? It's like
Smells-
stem cells.
Smells like pretzels. Hey, Christine, can I ask you a personal question without you getting fucked up? Mm-hmm. Can you have kids?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
She shouldn't.
Why?
I don't know. 30,000 reasons?
All right, name 3.
Age,
Yep.
high-risk pregnancy.
Okay.
Time able to be allotted to, like, the career shift. Big
Okay.
career shift.
Okay.
Which she doesn't want to do. And I did say 30,000 reasons, and
You
I
said
can't come up with a third.
30,000, and you can't up with 3.
It won't be mine, because I cover her face in cum.
That's true.
When we have sex, Jacob, I'm talking, Jacob. When we have sex, Jacob, if you don't mind.
Jacob, Jacob, can you look at Jay for 1 second?
When I blast her face with sticky semen.
Hey, Christine.
Hey, if I got pregnant and just had the baby, would you break up with me?
Yeah.
What the fuck, Jay? Jay.
Wait, if you got pregnant by me, you're saying?
Yes.
Accidentally?
Yes, if it accidentally fell off her face into her vagina.
It's going to be a retard.
No.
We smoke a lot of weed. Christine's old dusty-ass womb. She did so many drugs. You've heard her stories.
Don't forget about your lazy jizz.
My jizz also is lazy as hell.
Your jizz has jorts on and a wallet chain.
It's longboarding?
Yeah, your jizz wouldn't be allowed in restaurants on Long Island.
Goddamn right about that. My jizz recently received a card condemning its attire.
From Christine's vag?
Yeah, the eggs. The eggs were like, I'm sorry, there is a dress code here.
When you come in, Christine, she gives you a little card with a note.
I prefer if you would observe next time. I don't know if you heard the dig on me, but I'm super into facial cum shots.
So you don't want kids, though, at all?
No, I had a little bit.
Not
I
more than she likes
decided-
getting that face covered.
I decided pretty young that I didn't want to have kids for like a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And when I was about 34, I had like a little bit of a meltdown about it, where
Yeah.
I was like, is this really what I want? Is this? I knew he didn't want to have kids. I was like, oh my god, I have
I
to
have a
leave
kid.
him. Any more kids?
Any more kids?
Why forget this kid? Taking great care of her.
And it did it fucked me up a bit, but I don't know the reasons why. I just have like so much mental illness and addiction in my bloodline that it really scares me. The idea of like a pregnancy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Really
Christine
scares
comes
me.
from batshit lunatic Armenian crazy people, so there shouldn't be more of those.
You don't want to have one of those?
No, I'm
I
okay.
figure I put a nice little. I'm an only grandchild on both sides, so I'm kind of putting like a nice little bow on the whole bloodline.
Oh yeah, I have a daughter with more calf hair than me. I'm okay. I'm all right.
You don't want a daughter that reads your fucking tarot cards?
No, I wouldn't leave if you got pregnant by accident, but you won't.
If she got pregnant, would you be bummed out?
I'd be like, I don't think this is a fantastic idea, but if she was like, I'm dead set, I'm doing it, I'd be like, all right, I guess.
You should get
I'd be a
pregnant just to fuck
fucking
with
old
him.
man. Yeah, you know, it'd be hilarious.
That would be a great April Fool's joke. Guess what?
I'll be holding it. I'll be like, you should have been on your mom's face.
He's like, I don't think your Ozempic's working, Christine. I'm putting on some pounds.
What? Oh, Christine's gonna be on one of those those TLC shows. Like, I didn't even know I was pregnant. I thought I shit a human one day.
I'll wait for 6 months and I'll be like, surprise, can't get an abortion anymore.
I was at the Talking Heads with Jay and it just shot out of my vag.
My ex-wife told me she didn't know she was pregnant with my
Stepdaughter?
My stepdaughter.
Thank God.
With my daughter's sister.
Yeah.
She said she didn't know for 5 months.
How?
Well, that's a lie.
She's clearly lying.
Clearly a fucking lie.
He goes, how's that possible? He goes, all right, it's not. It was a bold-faced lie she was telling, I believe. She stands by it today, I think, but no.
Me and Don.
I think she was waiting. She was old enough, too. I think she was probably trying to wait out the people that can go give you 1,000 reasons maybe not to do it. So she was just like, oh, I didn't even know, but now it's too late. Even in Texas? Even in Texas.
It has fingers.
It's got fingers now. It's thinking about stuff.
You guys would be great parents, though.
Sure.
Yeah, you'd be great parents.
I mean, Christine doesn't have much practice in it, but I think she would take to it well.
Yeah, I think so. She takes care of you.
Yeah, but I've done it already and also had siblings, which was, I thought the siblings was going to be far more prep than it was when I had a daughter. I was like, oh, no, it's different. And I just had to watch them for like 16-hour stretches.
No shit.
Like on the weekends. Yeah, like 2 days a weekend. Like, yeah, morning till like midnight.
So you had to cook them breakfast, lunch, dinner, make sure they did stuff and not kill each other. Or did you just let them do what they wanted
He wasn't
to
the
do?
best babysitter.
I wasn't the best babysitter.
I don't know if he should have been babysitting
you weren't
three children.
You weren't teaching him lessons like the older brother in Goonies.
No, I think I said it, but like, I mean, the things we would do with these kids, so funny. My sisters very much remember me hanging them over a banister. Terrifying. I'd kill a kid if they did this to my children. I say this so you understand what the purpose was pure humor. My mixed bag of racial friends at my house, we used to put my brother in a closet and not let him out until he yelled the N-word, which is just insane. for no reason.
That's fucking crazy, man.
yeah.
We didn't even do that in Boston.
Yeah, it was. No, I'm telling you,
Philly's bad.
These are predominantly. I'm telling you, these
shit people.
This group
That
was
is really
predominantly black friends,
I'm
but
gonna
they just
say-
thought it was so funny if to have this like little kids say.
Boston gets a bad rap. Philly is worse than any place on the planet.
Yeah, that's why they make better cheesesteaks.
They do not.
They do.
Because of why? They get
Bad people make good food. I like my food to have a tinge of racial tension.
Well, that guy at the cheesesteak place had the thing out front that said, "If you don't speak English, you can't." You can't.
Geno's
You
insane.
can't order.
You can't order. He leaned into that. Someone told a guy one time, like, get out of line. Like, I'm not listening to your jibber jabber, basically. And then a bunch of heat came on them. Geno's cheesesteaks. And then when the heat came on, their response to that was like, oh, yeah, in fact, here's a sign that we had made it a printed sign that says, if you don't speak English, get out of here. Like, beat it. And they would just start blaring patriotic
It was a
music.
sticker.
It was insane.
It wasn't even a sign. It was a sticker they put on
What
the
is,
window.
is that your aunt's creepy house that nobody wants?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Where is that?
I like that.
In
though.
Patuxent Village, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
It's a nice little house. Jay.
There's burnt witch carcasses in the basement.
It really is like a very witchy New England
Yeah.
home.
That's a
That
nice-
joke was so funny. Jacob was allergic to it.
I liked it. Look, you can see little kids following trails of candy
I
into
don't
the
want
back
that.
door.
I could already feel the bugs on me from this dump.
And that's like the neighborhood.
That's a nice little neighborhood.
Means nothing.
Yeah.
That's the neighborhood.
That's
not
what is
her
that? A
house.
little
The
river?
house- Yeah, it's a river. It's Patuxent Village, Warwick, Rhode Island, and it's a really cool old house.
It's a great house.
Christine, just because you lost your virginity in a river doesn't mean I want to live by a river all the time. I'm not fucking you in a river. They have those things that swim up your dick hole and kill you.
I bet that house is gonna be worth a lot of money too.
Well, that's the only thing that I
What?
think my cousin Michael, who's living there now, I'm like, I don't know if he does decide he wants to sell it. It's like, I don't know if I would actually want to buy him out. Like,
He's
I don't know if
got
I
us-
want that much, but I would love for it to stay in the family and like end up with me.
I'll tell you this. He's got us. He lives with his mother. He's a 50-something-year-old man, and he has one hoop earring. What do you think's going to happen with that house?
It's gonna become a gay den.
It's going to become a gay
He's gonna
den.
get wall-to-wall mattresses and have parties.
He's gonna name them weird things so we don't even know what it means, like a sauce. But we're having a sauce party tonight. Like, what's that? And he goes, if you know, you know.
The door's always gonna be open.
Whoa! Just think, we're having a powder party tonight.
Yeah.
It's a powder party.
He's gonna be on Grinder, just the house with the door open. Come by, free blowjobs.
All right, guys, champagne party tonight.
You know what's so funny? I never even remotely considered the idea that he could be gay.
You mean the guy that lives with his mom with a hoop earring?
One hoop earring.
That's like never had a long-term relationship.
That leaves at dusk every day to go to a fucking parking lot behind Best Buy. That guy didn't trigger anything with you.
It really didn't.
I'll be back. Where you
Till
going?
This moment.
I got to go behind Best Buy. I think I lost something.
You know, I say Christine and Louis J. Gomez are dangerously and terrifyingly similar in so many ways. It's just that it never dawned on her when she said that. We'd said on Legion of Skanks today, our pre-record, that Louis said, we were like, is this just dawning on you now, Louis, something? He goes, nothing has ever dawned on me. He goes, all my dawning comes from my friends telling me. I was like, you should make that a stage joke, man. That's so fucking funny. I'm like, nothing's ever dawned on me ever. And then we just did Louis getting all dawnings at once. Like, one thing's going to click in therapy one day, and all of his dawnings are coming. He goes, oh, my dad's gay. I was molested. James isn't mine. Beatrice fucked a black guy.
I want to have sex with Robert Kelly.
I did want to blow him that day.
Wow. But when
So
my
funny.
thing with this house though, because what happens at the end, is, when the house is in his name, and he does sell it, he doesn't have to give you that money.
No, and I really like. I don't know.
You
I
can
haven't-
stop the sale, though, by going there every time he's showing it to someone. Go throw some black lights on those walls and talk about the gay parties he's having in there. That is going to kill the resale. Yeah. Easy. Yeah, this guy and all of his friends are fucking spreading asshole over this wall.
You can me and Jay will go over and make a pentagon with jizz in the middle of the living room.
You think we won't? I'll paint it on like we're decorating cakes. That's the kind of cum control I have. Christine, your face knows. Remember that time I drew Ultimate Warrior makeup on you with cum? She goes, who am I, Sting? No, the Ultimate Warrior. Come on. Look again.
But like if he sells it for like $800,000, you're not gonna want some of that.
I mean, I like some of that, but I really don't feel like I mean, he's lived there his whole life. He grew up with it. Yeah, it's my family home, but like, I don't know. My like inheritance heart kind of crumbled as soon as my stepmom came into the picture. Like, I'm not really like expecting much from family. I should end up like, I should get this house and I should get a house in Hawthorne, but they might get sold off before it comes to me.
Wow.
Hawthorne, California.
Dude, your family
like
has
that-
done
you like-
absolutely zero for us.
You have the same attitude as the guy in Wham. No, you can sing a song by yourself. Go ahead, dude. We built this from the ground up. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. But go ahead, do your thing. Careless whispers. Fuck that.
Christine's family has never been there for us in any way.
Well, what do you want? What do you mean for you?
I don't know.
What do you want them to do?
I don't know.
Say happy birthday?
Come to New York, visit your whatever.
People don't come to New York, Jay. People don't come to New York. My family very rarely came to New York.
But once in the time you lived here, I'm guessing, right?
Oh yeah, I've come at least once a year
least
from
once.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I've been here 15 years.
New York to people. Look, I didn't understand this until I left Boston. People in Boston, that's their world. The other part of the country doesn't exist. Americans don't travel. They wake up and that's their town, and maybe they go to Florida. Or
Yeah,
maybe
Philly's that. Very
Yeah,
nice.
so to come to New York is such an epic, holy shit thing. For me to go back to Boston and spend $600 a G, hotel, gas, food, to go see my parents, it's not a thing. But for them to do that, it's fucking crazy.
It's the thing. I honestly.
And New York City to get a hotel is nuts.
I think Jay offered to bring them out once.
Yeah, did you
And I
offer to
was
pay?
like- yeah, and I was like, I don't think they'd come.
It's another thing too.
You
It's
know.
like you know you don't want my father, God rest his soul, my stepdad La. He would always get a hotel deal up the street, but I was like, listen, I'll pay for you. I'll put you in a nice. No, I got it. And they would come, but they would leave. They would come the night before, and then go to the party, and the next day we gotta go traffic, and he would leave. Right?
I made
We have a
ton
spare
of-
bedroom.
I made a lot of excuses for them, and then my stepsister moved to Colorado, and they were on a plane like 6 months later.
Well, Colorado's nice. I mean, I go to Colorado.
6 months later.
Wow. All right, I take it all back. Your family hates you.
yeah.
Well, not you. Maybe the person.
New York's a big
Christine,
one.
can you tell them the thing recently when you were going there, and they were like, I might be saying this wrong, but it was like they're going away, and you were like, oh, well, I was going to come out and visit you guys that time. They go, yeah, well, we're going to do something else. And you're like, well, I can come meet you guys there. They were like, no.
No, here's the thing. They live 100 miles southeast of LA now. And I was flying in, so when I fly in, I have to drive the 100 miles to go see them, whatever, 2-hour drive. And the weekend I wanted to come, my stepmom was like, oh, we're going to be in the South Bay that weekend, which is LA, which
Yeah.
would make it way easier on me. But they made it out like I would be intruding on their plans in the South Bay.
You're out of the-
California's a lot.
Can I just tell you what you
I had a
are?
hard time last time I was there.
Christine loves it on the face now.
Love it on the face. Love New York.
And
not
I'm
going
never,
home.
and I'm never gonna have a kid to put it through this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're out of the mix, that's all you are. You're out of the mix. When you're in a family, you got to be in the mix. You got to go to the stupid
Well,
things,
it depends
and the
if
parties.
it depends if you're in the mix family. Do you know what I mean? I think Christine's family is a little in the mix. They're up at each other's business pretty good.
Well,
So
it's my
Christine's
stepmom
out.
has 3 kids. And my dad actually, the youngest of them actually lived with my dad starting at 11 years old. So they're just more intertwined with
Is
each
that
other.
the Hawthorne house?
No. This was in Palos Verdes.
So
in
you're not
Temecula.
getting. So your dad remarried and had kids with somebody else.
No.
His dead wife's cousin. Gun, gun, gun.
Oh yeah, it's my aunt Debbie, by the way.
Oh, nice shooting, Tex.
My step siblings have been my cousins my entire life, and
What? Did you guys grow up in a circus?
no,
And blah, blah, blah. Christine's her own grandpa.
yeah.
So you own everything.
So now I'm splitting my dad's money with my cousins.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's confusing, man.
Hey, a bunch of incestuous Armenians can't figure out their business dealings. Surprise, surprise.
Well, my dad's not Armenian, and I'm the only person related to both of them. They are in no way, shape, or form related.
You're
at all.
related to them, both of them, in multiple ways.
So my uncle David, I'm like, oh, this is my mom's cousin and my stepmom's brother.
This is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember
you
you guys
should,
thought I was white trash?
You can't have a kid.
I really would
Christmas
rather
would be so
not.
confusing.
Christmas would be a lot.
That's your cousin, uncle, grandfather.
And it's also going to be on some day that doesn't make sense. It's like, actually, Armenian Christmas is December 3rd.
Yeah. The 24th is our Halloween.
And then we rest on the 25th.
I could have a black child.
Goddamn right.
Christine, let your family have that fucking dilapidated piece of shit.
Now, that's your mother, your real mother.
Yes.
That's your real mother. Did she remarry?
She died.
No, she died.
She's dead. So your
Yeah,
brother
yeah.
lives there by himself having gay parties.
No.
No, it's
This is her aunt. Her
this
great
was my
aunt lives
great
there.
grandparents' house, and my great aunt
That's where her mom grew up.
lives there.
So that's not, you never grew up there.
No.
So that's not, you ain't getting that.
It's supposed to go to me because we're the only ones past the generation of the person that lives there now. But if
Keep
he
it.
were to sell it, I wouldn't really feel entitled to it.
Really?
I say keep it. I bet that thing's all window air conditioning units. I'm not
I
living
don't
like
think
that,
they
Christine.
have AC.
At all?
Yeah, I don't.
That's-
I
honest to
mean,
God,
maybe they
Christine,
do.
Let's find out if you don't get it, and then let's go there and just take it down with a sledgehammer. Let's just crumble that thing like Carrie's house.
Let's do Skankfest there once you get it.
Oh, yeah, Skankfest
Yeah.
Providence.
Skankfest Warwick.
Hey, guys, are these walls covered in gay cum? They are.
Yeah.
They are, actually.
I'll
That's for
fix it up
free.
and Airbnb it.
If you primer over a wall that has dried cum on it, it's still there.
Yep.
I think it is.
Yep.
Always there.
Sorry, Jacob.
Hey,
Yeah.
No matter how many times you paint those walls, Jacob,
You made
your
me think
damage
today.
is done.
you made me think today, Jay.
Yeah, a lot of people say I'm just potty humor
No.
in the gutter porno shit, but like, there's also some real stuff you got to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has dawned on you. You've been dawned.
You've been officially dawned.
I've been dawned. Your family's very confusing.
Yeah, babe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, very confusing.
Yeah, but my mom died when I was 15, and they got remarried when I was like 18.
So you have no inheritance coming your way.
I really don't think so.
Wow.
And I
You're
had.
gonna have to wait for Jay to die to get something.
I mean, we had a house in like Redondo Beach, California, a mile from the
sorry,
ocean.
Jay.
No, we're not married. If Jay dies, I get nothing. If Jay dies, I'm literally
Common law
nothing.
marriage.
No, he's married to someone else. So we have no common law.
Jay's crossing his fingers.
There's
Jay-
nothing in place for me to be protected in Jay's death.
Jay, just for a joke, can you leave everything to me?
Yeah. Max.
Yeah, just leave it. Yeah, just leave it to Max. That'd be funny if Christine had to go. Max, can I have the Cherokee?
He goes to my
is why I
first,
worked
to my
for a living.
firstborn, not my son Max. I leave the following. All's it.
Isabel will be pissed.
How in the world is Max going to get through Sunday's Metallica concert
The Pillow Cube Prince.
without walking away thinking that smoking is the coolest thing in the world that Uncle Jay's doing? How does he not? Maybe I'll try to smoke like, should I do it like a French way, like upside down so it doesn't look so cool? Or should I be singing Metallica lyrics and fucking pulling them? Remember how cool that felt, Bobby?
Yeah, do it like John Travolta. Put it between your pinky and your that.
Yes,
like
I'll
that.
smoke it effeminately, and he's going to be like, "What's this queef doing?" And then he'll be like, "That's why you don't smoke, Max. It turns you gay." Oh my God! Get rid of those pictures of that scary, awful house.
I love that house. It looks like a beach house.
I love it. We walked up though, and because Jay went and met my aunt Grace actually. And
How was that?
They buried a retarded daughter in the walls, so nobody would know she was born.
Oh, could you smell it? Did it smell like licorice?
It haunts me. I have to kill the people that killed her, or the soul can't be released. I mean, everyone knows that. Bobby, I didn't realize I had to describe everything for you. If I don't get justice for the people that killed that retarded girl, her soul can't rest, and the house will be haunted. Therefore, we can't resell it because there's going to be gay jizz on the walls, and it's going to be haunted by a thing.
We've just been dawned.
Did you guys just get dawned by that? Speaking of Dawn, have it happy belated to Dawn. We didn't say it on the live show.
Oh yeah, happy
yesterday.
birthday, Dawn.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
39.
39. 51. The vag is in hospice. Speaking of that,
It sleeps with a CPAP machine on.
yeah, and it breaks the seal when she rolls. I have to put it. Speaking of that, I did. We talked last week, Bonfire Context. A week ago, we actually we're talking about trying to have sex with my wife. And
Well,
I
you
was,
trying to have sex
I was trying, not you, yes.
You said it goes. We were all talking about trying to have sex with my wife.
Well, you actually talked about that too. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, it was a little swingers party, dude.
That'd
Sweet
be-
party.
How great would it be if we did swing, though?
Dude, me, you, Dawn, and Christine swinging
Yeah.
is going to be, I mean, this of me and Bobby having the girls on top of us and looking over each other. If that's not a funny picture in your head, what is?
Yeah. If that's not better than the old bonfire, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Dawn's on top of me, Christine on top of it. None of it makes sense.
Yeah, but we both start doing voices. yeah, Christine. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Dawn, you're going a little fast there. It's going to fall out and stab you in the butt.
Hey, hickory dickory dock, Christine's tits is on my cock. Yeah, but we.
Oh,
talked
the
about
memories will be
the
great.
memories. I'll ask Dawn if she's into it. I don't care. I fuck her.
Christine, you can get the biz.
The only person that's gonna suck for is Christine.
It's going to be funny when
Christine
Dawn...
likes Fat Bobby.
And Dawn's gonna go. She's gonna go, Bobby. That's crazy. Like, what if you get Christine pregnant? You go. Now, here's the thing, babe. She loves jacking cock off onto her face until it's covered in thick, salty semen.
Yeah.
So we're in the clear.
Yeah, and we're always gonna fuck in this weird witch house in Providence,
And we're only gonna do it when we go up to the seance palace.
and then we have to kill her uncle. What
We
is
have
he?
to kill a gay uncle.
Jacob actually gave me advice. Mm-hmm. We called it the Jacob technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you told me, first of all, the thing you told me to say to her in her ear, come up behind her while she's doing dishes. Because she's a woman. Mm-hmm. And that's who does the dishes. And say, listen, I'm not your husband. I'm not your husband. Right now.
What happened? Just turn around and stab you with a kitchen knife?
No.
I'm not your husband. Who the fuck? Oh, God, Bobby.
I believe it was. You're not a mom right now. You're my wife.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. I think I fucked it up.
Did you say that?
I
don't think
literally-
you
If
said
you
that.
say I'm not your husband, it's disturbing.
I literally said, I think I fucked up and said, I'm not your husband.
That's really funny.
and she went in a sexy way, what?
And then you were like, it turns out that marriage I had when I was 19 never got annulled, so we're legally not married.
I'm not your husband.
I have to go through a real process of tracking down this girl and getting her to sign some paperwork.
Would you swing with me and Jay?
Hey, while we're on topic,
After the Metallica concert, if Max falls asleep, will you fuck Jay? Will I fuck Christine?
it's just a swingers thing. We're trying it out for the show.
Yeah, we just want to do voices.
It's a storyline that has legs.
Well,
Not a good start.
I'm not your husband.
Max, I'm not your husband. And she said, what? And I was like, nothing. And I got scared and I walked away.
That was it.
No, it's not it.
Oh.
So then, later that morning, she was up in the little sleeping loft, and she has to, when you come out of the sleeping loft, you have to kind of crawl out or scooch out like a dog with a dirty asshole because you can't sit up. So
I
she
see
was,
where this is going.
she was crawling out, and I was like, "Hey, babe." She's like, "What?" And I went, I go, "We should fuck." And she goes, "Yeah, we'll talk about it later."
No.
Yep.
Screeching halt.
We'll talk about
Not even
it.
let's fuck later.
Not even
Let's discuss if we will fuck later.
with a drop the R like a Boston whore. Later. She goes, "We'll talk about it later."
Now,
And then she goes, "Have you seen my socks?"
when she's doing the crawl out, is this
Yeah.
like a pantsless crawl out?
She had Dawn always has sexy underwear. I got to give her that. Dawn doesn't fuck around with like shitty
That's what I'm
underwear.
saying. So you saw the panties coming down
I
the
saw her.
steps.
I saw her little bum, her little hips.
Coming down from your
Yeah.
adult bunk bed.
She had a hoodie on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a little the chest with the cleavage with the cancer freckles, which I love.
Nice.
And that
So those are going to be a problem
yeah
later.
later. We'll have to get a lot of those removed
We'll get those removed later.
later. Yeah, she goes, "We'll talk about it later."
In my mind, this is not how I thought the Jacob method was going to go.
Now, I think I might have fucked it up because what am I supposed to say again? I should write this down.
You didn't plan for a Boston brawl being on the other end of this.
No,
Yeah.
and she wasn't doing an activity.
No, well, I didn't know the activity was the thing.
She's
I
like,
thought I could just say it.
not now. I just took a dump.
I don't know.
What was it again? Right now, you're not my wife. What is
No,
it?
you're not a mom right now.
You're not a mom right now.
You're my wife.
You're my wife. Okay, that's where I fucked up.
That's it.
Because I said, I'm not your husband.
Yeah, that's not.
And she went, what? Because it doesn't make sense.
You guys didn't talk about it later?
I said,
No, because later.
You're right. No, he got rejected twice.
Wait, so it didn't come up later?
No, because Max came home, and then we couldn't. And then then he was home, and then we were supposed to get a babysitter for Saturday night, Laconia. She put on those. She had an outfit too. I think we were going to do it Saturday. I think later was Saturday night, but the fucking local redneck babysitter that we got called and said something came up.
What?
Something came, like she what's her name?
She goes, I found meth, so I don't need the money.
What's that older daughter from the Brady Bunch?
Marsha.
Marsha braided us. Something came up.
Something suddenly came up.
Yeah, she said he went. Something subtly came up. Suddenly came up. So he canceled, and she had those fucking. What are those little? They're black. They're like shiny black pants that girls wear.
Oh yeah.
What are those
the
called?
Pleather, like
yeah, it's not pleather. Yeah, like pleather with a little pattern. She had her little cool Vans with a leopard print. Her hair was down, which I never. She always has her hair in a fucking like Mrs. Roper up in a stupid scrunchie with a bandana around it, but she had her hair down. She had a low cut top. She was ready. I think she was ready to go Saturday, but we had to bring Max. So.
Oh, so Max came to the gig.
But here's the thing: I'm going up there for a couple weeks straight. No nothing. I'm putting my phone in a fucking drawer.
Mm-hmm.
No pillow cube commercials, no sunglass commercials.
You're under contract, Bobby. Don't get yourself sued.
Yeah, you're correct.
Don't be nuts, dude.
I might have to do a.
You gotta check. I'd say check every couple days. Make sure Pillow Cube or the Sunshades hasn't gotten back.
Well,
to you.
I mean, I did just sign with Anytime Fitness, and Max has to get a pair of dumbbells and do a quick video for them.
If you don't mind, Max and me have to go out and throw some matching tank tops on.
Yeah, but I want to use that. I think what I'm going to do. Max is at camp, right? Or when he's down the lake with the other family, we go up top, and I say, "You're not," and I go behind her. So I slip my hand. I forget. Did you slip your hands down into my junk and grab my piece?
Yes.
Did you grab Bobby's cock?
I think he did.
Yes.
Okay.
It's part of the method.
Okay.
So slip my hands.
I respect the method.
I gotta slip my hands in the front, right, and go.
Start up here
Up
or
there?
even the waist. If you want to like not go, start at the waist. You don't want to be a grab boob immediately.
You want me to grab her belly?
Yeah. Well, not.
Yeah.
Don't do this. If we start swinging,
Yeah.
don't do that with Christine. 'Cause we showed you what happens if you try to sensually grab Christine anywhere. She falls to pieces and then fucking farts and maybe pisses a little.
I kind of like that though.
I didn't fart or piss.
I love to tickle fuck.
Not that time. Christine, come over here. Let me sensually touch your body. Come here. Baby, want daddy to touch her body?
No.
Jay, you're not a producer right now. You're
Christine,
my woman.
You're not a producer right now. You're my woman. Get over here and receive my gentle touch.
It's like now I'm turned off and I don't want to do it.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
we have a book's worth of Christine drop.
My Lord.
Christine, get over here. Face your fears.
No way.
Let me touch your body the right way.
She's doing it.
She's coming over.
Christine's walking over to the
Adjust the
in front of
microphone.
Jay.
Leaning over. Do dishes.
Christine, I tell you what, Christine, you're looking good. You can tell. You look good. You look great.
Christine's doing dishes isn't. It's not a good
Christine,
pantomime because she doesn't do work
Christine,
like
pretend you're booking acts on Skankfest.
that. Okay. Yes. Go ahead. You're typing away.
You're typing away.
I'm not your husband. That's a fact you're gonna have to learn to live with. Let me touch your body sensually.
Sensual.
Starting at the hips.
Sensual, not sensual. It's tickly.
I'm not your husband by choice.
I don't want to marry you. I never will.
I've stalled my divorce because I don't know if I want to be with you forever. Now take my seed.
Everybody knows that.
Take my seed. Take my seed.
This is working.
Bobby Bobby got hard.
I got hard.
Christina, if we could just go do that little play we just did up at Bobby's house, we could probably get him going. We could probably get this swinging happening.
We're gonna get Max out of this. You could have a sleeping loft.
Oh, Max, go away on vacation or something. Visit some family.
Tonight you're not. Tonight, let me practice.
What about like the woods?
I'm not. No, because mosquitoes love her. That's gross. I don't want to see things sucking blood out of her legs while I'm fucking her.
It's like dirt in her pussy juice.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to fuck her. You don't fuck your wife in the woods. You fuck a.
You fuck in the woods because you have to.
Yeah. You fuck like a guma in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can't bring her to the house. I'll take her. This is what I'll do. I'll take her down to the lake at sunset after all the families leave. Right?
Push her in.
No, Jay. No, I'm not going to push her in.
Oh, then I thought she comes out and the titties are see-through in the shirt, and then you're like, oh my God.
Dawn doesn't like going in the water. It takes her like fucking 3 hours to go under.
Yeah, the
She
best
never
thing to
goes
do
right
is
in.
just throw them right in.
Yeah, but she gets so mad. I mean, I've done it, joking around, like, just go in. And she's like, she'll leave.
No, but then you do-
She'll walk back up to the tiny house without the car. Fuck you. Fuck everybody.
No, you push her in,
Yeah.
and then you scream out loud, I'm not your husband, then jump in the water, belly flop on top of her. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm not your husband. Ah! Coming in hot.
I think I take it on the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
We try to get one of the other families to take Max fishing or, maybe a fun spot or somewhere. And when we take it on the beach, we sit down. We let all the other families leave. Just chill. Just hanging.
Beach is nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice spot to try the method.
Sun's going behind the mountains.
Yeah.
Clouds.
Please.
Sky's red.
Oh.
Slowly turns pink.
I'm digging this
Would it
scene.
do you any good to maybe like a minor signal thing where you could play the sexy music, Lou? Maybe she has a little sand on the tit of her bathing suit, and you like get some of it off for her. But it's just like it's suggestive without being like it looks like it's purposeful. But she'll wonder and be like, "Oh, he just knocked my nip a little bit." You don't even make a thing about it.
Last time we went to Aruba, and we were in the water, fooling around, like kissing a little bit. Went back into the shower to fuck around. She had a dead minnow in her tit, and it fell out, and it fucking grossed me out.
I'll be honest with you.
It was like she killed a fish with her tit.
I would have made a noise.
Fucking made me sick to my stomach.
I would've made
always
a
see
noise.
that little fish's sad eyes, just looking at me like she's a murderer.
That would kill the mood for sure.
Yeah, I had to fucking take the fish. It was kind of big. Yeah, it was like that. It was like the one to the right. The
one with my old teeth.
Yeah, that was on her tit.
Oh,
it must
dude.
have swam in there and she suffocated it with her fat fake tits.
No, I can't. That wouldn't be okay.
Yeah, I had to throw it out. And her tit smelled like fish.
Yeah. One time, me and Christine tried to fuck after a beach trip, and a seahorse came out of her pussy.
It was still alive, and there was a little man on it. There was a little man who makes the tuna fish.
Star Kiss Charlie.
I think the sun's setting. I put my hand on her hand. I go, nobody's around, right? And then I get on top of her and I start riding her like she has a car. No, I lean over to kiss her. Right? We start kissing a little bit, and that's when I say, "Come here, come over here."
That's it.
Right? And I bring her over to the picnic table.
That's the moment.
But what if there's ants?
There's gonna be ants, Bobby.
Yeah, I don't want ants. I don't, because she'll just be like, "There's an ant on my tit," and I don't want that. Maybe I don't take it. Maybe we go in the water. What if we go in the water? Knee high.
I think water's sexy. Water's hot.
So I'm in the water, and then I go.
Is this salt water?
Now Max isn't there, so do I still use the line? You're not a mom.
Yeah, because he was there
Okay. You're not a mom.
right now.
Right. You're my wife.
Yeah.
And then I put her hand on my pee-pee.
And then find out how tragically difficult it is, surprisingly, to get a cock and a pussy in water. You think it's going to make it wetter. It actually dries it out.
All right.
It sounds like you're trying, honest to God, it's like rubbing balloons together. It's like it's squeaky and it's pulling. And it's probably going to hurt a little bit later.
It is. You know, you're absolutely right. Because when I remember my old shower in my awesome
I do.
47, I had 5 shower
7
heads.
different, yeah.
Yeah. I remember when we got it the first night, I took her in there and I was kissing her and doing all this stuff. Then I was finger blasting her for, a long time. And then she went, stop. Like 30 minutes in. She's like, stop. I'm like, why? She goes, it doesn't feel good with the water. And I was like, well, couldn't you have said something like 25 minutes ago before I got carpal tunnel syndrome on my wrist? I mean, I've been literally using fucking karate techniques to deal with the pain. I was like, there's no pain in this dojo, sensei. Just to keep my fucking stupid fingers going. Yeah, you're right. So, all right, we get out of the water.
Stay on land, but look at the water.
We're on the Adirondack chairs, which I hate. I don't know who invented those. I think a midget invented Adirondack chairs with fat asses.
I like sitting in them. I don't like getting out of them.
Getting out of them is impossible.
I don't like sitting down in them. I like being in them.
Yeah, being in them, but you can't get out of them. You can't get out of them.
Not without looking like a fool.
Yeah, you look like an idiot. You have to ask for help.
I don't know what they look like, so it's hard to visualize.
It's the chairs where like the seat goes like that, like almost to the ground.
Yeah, it's a woods, it's a lake chair. So we're in the chairs.
Yeah, they fucking eat shit.
They do.
I'm not liking this. The chairs for this, Bob.
Yeah, this is
I got it.
not a good fuck chair. You're gonna hurt the
We
back.
go
of
back
your
in my
knees.
truck.
Take a walk with her.
We go in
Nice
my
walk
truck.
along the water.
Walk along the water.
No, I like what you're saying. Pound her in the truck.
I
dude.
take her in the truck.
Truck is hot.
I take her in the truck. Backseat of the truck.
Smash your face into the window.
All right, hang on. No.
You're teenagers again.
I take her. How about this? You're not an old fucking dried up vagina lady anymore. You're a young girl with a juicy puss.
Oh, you juicy puss.
It's prom night. It's prom night.
You want to make a playlist?
Yeah, please.
I'd like to make a playlist for
Yeah,
you.
please.
For your lovemaking.
Yeah, sure. Sure, please. We're in the back. We're in the back. What song do I put on?
Ooh, first? I don't know. Where are we at right now?
I'm at the back. I just pushed her down on the back. Her legs are still hanging out of the truck. And I look around, nobody's around, and I start going down. I start going downtown, but I'm slowly pulling her underwear down. I'm slowly pulling it down, and she's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" There might be people. We hear boats going by, people on skis going, "Woo!" Right? Because the sun's still up because it's setting, right? And then I take my first little swipe.
I like
Like
this
a lizard.
I think this is the one to go with.
And then my playlist kicks in. This is Boston.
Yeah.
This gets a Boston girl.
And there's every lick.
Fuck yeah. His balls, his head, his everything. Oh my god.
This couldn't be going better if Ben Affleck and Matt Damon directed it themselves. This is going so good.
So I'm doing it, right? She's going nuts. She's going nuts. And then I crawl up.
That's it.
I crawl up like a vampire in the middle of the night.
You like a Mark Wahlberg impression.
And then I sit on her face.
That's right.
No?
You know, I like that.
I do that.
Present
No?
the rim.
You like that? I don't sit on her face? Not
Jacob's
yet.
a prude, dude. Present the rim.
I'm more vanilla than Jay.
You know what? Maybe I don't sit on her face because I did lose a lot of weight, but it is still a little messy down there.
No. But you got to go facing forward. So you're jacking your own wiener while your catcher squatting over her mouth with your asshole.
Yeah.
And she's sticking her tongue up in your
Too
butt.
much.
And you're looking down at her eyes, her now very open eyes, as she's looking at you
Yeah.
with a darting tongue into your asshole.
Nope.
While Dropkick Murphys plays from The Departed.
Yeah, she's not going to do that.
That's not what that drop just told me otherwise. I don't know, Bobby. It sounded to me like that drop says
So,
it did.
yep. So I'm going to be like, I'm going to put my butt in your face. Is that okay, Don?
And I was
And I was
like,
like,
yup.
yep,
Oh, God.
yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she just
Oh,
texted
my
me.
God.
I hope she's not listening. I hope she's not
Bobby, that's
listening.
enough.
Happy birthday, baby.
Something just
All right.
dawned on me.
Hey. All right. Well, I will try again the Jacob technique along with the Jay soundtrack, and we'll see what happens. Because I still got the rest of the summer to make this happen.
I
Yeah.
wanted to have it soon for you.
It's gonna happen. Look, the broad's not going anywhere.
Because maybe this kind of sparks things up for
Yeah.
good. You guys are going again.
Yeah.
You're going at it. Listen, you said she's 51?
51.
She's gonna have a sexual reawakening any day now.
Does that happen with women?
I think so.
That happens with men, not women.
No, Christine was wild. Now she's just like an ice cube sleeping next to me. But I have a feeling in her 50s,
Yeah.
she's gonna be back in the game.
It's gonna be wild. Again.
We had a threesome like last week.
You what?
We had a threesome like last week.
Oh my god.
Okay.
She were like dogs on me.
What the fuck?
I do dog on her.
Hey, baby.
That was with the threesomes with the dog.
Hey, Dawn. You're not a mom. You're my broad.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Lie back in my truck and let me lick your bush.
Max is calling. Don't be ridiculous.
All right, let's go. I gotta take a shit.
We gotta take a break.
We gotta take a break.
We have Seton Smith coming in, yeah?
Seton Smith to
He's
set
here?
to
Very
set
nice.
things straight.
To set things straight,
Yes.
Robert Kelly is going to be in Rutherford, New Jersey, Saturday, September 23rd. After that, Skankfest in Las Vegas, Rochester, Madison, Wisconsin, Kansas City. For tickets and all their tour dates, go to robertkellylive.com. Watch a special on louisck.com.
Can I
It's called Killbox.
Can I plug the Cellar thing this Saturday? Liz asked me to plug it. Is that okay?
Sure.
Is that cool? The Cellar actually doing live.
Are they paying us or?
Yeah, you know what? Don't do it.
No,
Big J.
do it,
Okerson.
do it.
Fuck 'em.
I want to know what it is.
I want money too, Jay.
Hold
no,
out.
they're doing 40 theaters. Regal Theaters this Saturday night. Live shows.
Yeah, they're live streaming
Li-
2 theaters.
They're
It's actually
live.
pretty cool.
No, they're 40 theaters across the country.
Just
Two
a-
shows, live.
Who's on them?
Don't know.
Jared Freed,
Jared
Yamanika
Freed's on.
Sanders.
Yamanika. Yeah, it's actually good comics, good show, and it's pretty wild. I went and saw a little test of it, and it's fucked. Really fun to see comedy stand up live.
It's a hell of a lineup.
It's a hell of a lineup. Go check it out at comedyzella.com. And Big J touring Skankfest the 10th to the 12th, New Hampshire, Boston, Connecticut, and after he'll be in Tulsa.
What are you falling apart over?
Because your fucking eyebrows are funny sometimes.
Skankfest isn't touring.
Skank. I can't
Legion of
see
Skanks tour.
Dude, Lou's head blocks the Legion of Skanks part, and I read Skanks and I just improv it. I am sorry. The tour. All right, whatever, Christine. Lee, I hope you don't get the house. I hope they really sell it from underneath you. And I hope you know what? I hope DeRosa buys it. Legion of Skanks, August 10th through the 12th in New Hampshire, Boston, Connecticut, Tulsa, Diana Beach, Florida, Indianapolis. For tickets, just go to bigjcomedy.com. He's one of the funniest motherfuckers out there right now.
You
You
Shut
are.
up.
We both
Shut
are.
up. You are. It got colder. Might as well do it now. So I told her we'd still be friends.
You're not my husband. You're my man now.
Wonder what Max is doing now.
Come on your face.
Ripped at the seams, but everybody. We'll be right back.
And now back to the bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Tick-tock, you don't stop, stop to the tick-tock, you don't stop, stop to the tick-tock, you don't stop, stop to the tick-tock, you don't stop, stop to the
Да, я посмотрю свои кассеты.
Come inside, take off your coat, I'll make you feel at home. Now let's pour a glass of wine, cause now we're all alone. I've been waiting all night, so just let me hold you close to me. Cause I've been dying for you, girl, to make love to me. Girl, you make me feel real good. We can do it till
Something. It's the Bonfire. Faction Talk Series XM 103. Robert Kelly, Big J. Okerson. Keeping it smooth and silky. That's a little Color Me Bad. I'm going to sex you up. Coming to number 7 this week. That's right. If you hit me up with the phrase the page, you're going to get free tickets to see Beck live. I wish. I wish we could plug that kind of radio into this once in a while. Just a little classic radio.
Give me the heat, boy. Give me the heat.
Trying to get you in a sexy mood, Bobby, so you can go give the biz to your wife.
Well, she's not here until Saturday. I'm alone tonight.
Hold back. Don't masturbate.
Why?
Build up.
Yeah.
And then maybe when you finish, you can produce a lot, and that'll make her feel very turned on. Look how much you produced instead of just some sad load that have just been beaten out of you all week.
Yeah, I think she likes. I think the older you get, it's the opposite. I think you like less.
We're boring our guests with our stupid, not smooth white sex talk. We do suck shit.
He is sexy. I mean,
he's sexy. He's hilarious. He's your savior. Let's not forget that. He is, what I say, currently on tour with the Strokes? That whole thing? Is that happening?
Just doing one show.
It's only one show?
Yeah, I'm doing one with them. They're on a tour. I'm just doing.
Oh, I thought you were doing like the whole tour of them, but where you doing the Forest Hills one?
Yeah, Forest Hills Stadium, yeah.
It didn't happen yet, right?
Didn't happen yet, August 19th. I'm going to be trying to channel you when you were opening for bands.
I said it's a fun gig. It's not the most comedically rewarding gig in the world, but like, you'll do fine. It's not going to go shitty. And the hang afterwards, like not even the hang with the bands, it's more like, you can walk wherever you want and go watch the Strokes. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That kind of access it rules.
I'm going to try to use every measure of my ability to use. I'm trying to do costume changes. I'm going to see if I can bring like 5 different outfits, just keep coming out different outfits just to be that kind of.
How many times you have to be on stage?
I have to. I mean, once. Now I got one official time, one 15-minute slot. But
it's a 15 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you get this gig?
Julian was coming to the shows at the City Winery with Mulaney, so. I was opening for Mulaney at City Winery, and then we would just go out, have drinks, and then, well, not drink, he's sober, but we hung out one night. It was me, Chris Rock, and Mulaney at this bar, and then then Julian drove me back home, and we just vibed, and then he invited me to soccer games, and then I thought it was just a friend, and then randomly, his agent was like, yo, you want to open up? I was like, for real?
That's a pretty awesome friend to make. It is. That's pretty hilarious. Seton Smith, everybody. We didn't give official intro yet.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
We filled it up with all credits.
You should just know me, my voice.
I mean, that's a pretty good hang.
Me and Christine is also, yes, Bobby's also a hero. Let's not forget. But me and Christine, when we lived on 5th Street in East Village, there used to be a robotics like toy store next to us. And we saw him going by one day pushing a baby carriage and with another little boy, like kind of like, hand in hand with. And when he walked by, I don't do like a big like problematic thing. It was actually probably why he came back out. But I was like, hey, man, I could tell it was him. I was like, I'm a big fan, man. And he was like, yeah, cool. And he just kind of like moved. Remember this? He just goes into the store real quick. And then he came back out of the store by himself, and he was like, thank you, man. Because my kids don't really know what I do, so I kind of like try to keep that. He's like, but thank you. He was actually very cool. He came back out. He's like, I appreciate it. I'm not like ignoring you. He's like, I just don't want my kids are like.
Did you know who he was?
Yeah, I actually was one of the 3rd white band I bought in high school.
Nice. What was the other 2?
Well, I opened up with Lenny Kravitz. Well, at that time in life, in 1996, he was very, very white to me. You know, because
Lenny Kravitz,
because the Wu-Tang was out.
That's pretty hilarious, though.
I had to hide it from my friends. I couldn't tell them I had a Lenny Kravitz album, and so I had to go down this rabbit hole.
Your favorite white bands are the Strokes, Lenny Kravitz,
and the Beatles.
Not even that. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like Living Color.
No, but then I think it was that. Then it was literally Beck. I remember actually I bought Beck, and I really liked that one album. It was a weird one. And then the Strokes. I was like, oh, this album makes sense. Mess with it.
Those 3 albums brought you so much fine white pussy, for sure.
It opened up the world.
It really does.
It let us I could have a conversation.
Now, you have these double beaded necks and these. Are those all the white women you've banged?
That's the notches.
That's the notches.
These are my notch chains.
Or it's more like a potential for next year.
You had to move to a bracelets after that.
Lisa, Amber, Jennifer, Tina.
The green ones, the Puerto Ricans, the dream beads.
And then some Thai ones in there, yeah.
I mean, dude, Thai girls.
Yeah.
I mean, I just went out there. He has a motorcycle helmet. He's wearing a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And he has this NASA bag. I mean, you really are a catch.
Yeah, I'm in a weird place right now. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I don't know.
I mean, are you black? Are you a nerd? Are you a hippie?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, once I started the MMA fighting at 33, I just like.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're training that to fight too, so it's like.
Yeah, I got a black belt. Did another MMA tournament in June.
Black belt in what?
Tiger Showman was a karate school.
Jewish karate.
I know they were in karate school first. No.
Jay took it. Didn't know you took?
Tiger Showman? No. I couldn't get the Tiger Showman. I took karate at the Jewish Community Center, which is worse than Tiger Showman's.
That's close.
Sensei Mark.
Sensei Mark.
He had a lot of body hair.
Mark Horowitz.
Sensei Mark. Do you remember we looked up? Tiger Showman's daughter is fucking gorgeous, right?
She said we did a podcast yesterday together.
Really?
Yeah, because we just did their Tiger Showman podcast. Yeah, Danielle, she's really awesome.
I still think I could kick the shit out of her, though.
I don't know, man. She's really good.
No, that's the facts. You're probably right.
Yeah.
But I tell myself in my heart that I'm an open hand slap away from defeating her quickly.
Can we try to do that at Skankfest? Did you get the ring this year?
Yeah, but they have to sanction all the fights, so they can't have me fight a girl.
All right.
With no gloves. They can't let me open hand slap a woman in the cage. I just don't think it's right.
Have you fought in competition?
Yeah, I've done 9 of them.
You've done 9.
I've done 9 like tournaments.
Have you won?
Yeah, I won my first MMA fight last year, and then I did it again this year. I came in second. It was annoying. It was like out of 5, but I came in second. It was annoying because
full contact.
Body, neck below.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I do it, because it's like,
So you kick somebody as hard as you could in the stomach.
Kick, punch, choke, try to break arms, try to do everything else. Just
have you hurt
Kimuras and stuff?
Have you hurt anybody?
I mean, hurts like injured badly? No.
No, like,
emotionally.
Kick some.
Yeah, you can definitely break some emotions.
Show
it's
me,
really fun
show
to
me
see
on the beads the girls you've hurt.
Let me just shake it.
This is Jessica. I broke her heart. This is Kathy. It's all white girl names.
I believe in you, Seaton, because I know Seaton would tell me things when we were at the clubs together at nights, like that 7-day-a-week grind at the comedy clubs. Seaton would say things like, "Hey, I'm a little bit tired tonight." Like, why? He goes, "I ran 20 miles today." I remember that day, and I was like,
"Yeah, that was weird."
What? And you were like, and I was like, "Why? For like are you training for a marathon?" You went, "No." I was like, "Why'd you do 20 miles?" He goes, "I just wanted to see if I could." See if I could just do 20. I said you started running, and you're like, "I'll see if I can do 20 miles."
I did that with a pint of ice cream. I was like, I think I could finish this. And guess what? I was right.
I have a different thing. I'm a defeatist. I go, I can't finish this whole quart of ice cream. He goes, look at that. I did it. I exceeded my own belief system.
A lot of belief in this room. I feel good about it. I was just doing it because I couldn't drink during the day. I needed something to do. And it started just build.
Did you now? Because you do a lot of things, man. I mean, because when I met you, you were just a really nice, funny guy.
I met you in 2007. You remember that? Like, no, I'm sorry, 2005. You know the car crash comedy. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Okay, cool.
What was it?
I did the car crash comedy. It was the second time I did it.
No, dude, you won.
I won the first one.
You won with Bill Squire.
Yeah, but I lost that one. I lost one.
And you lost that one because Bill farted into a mask.
And you threw up.
Yeah, because O&A days, back when O&A...
Oh, like a fart gas mask?
Well, it was a gas mask, and the people farted in it. And Bill Squire from Cleveland, very funny guy, his fart it was deep.
Yeah,
it was deep.
Yeah, Bill.
Watching you sniff it really shocked me. I don't know why I had to step away. It was just because your gasping fake. It was crazy.
Because you had talent. I had gimmicks, and I had to do whatever I had to do to stay on that show.
I do. I'm the only person that doesn't get upset when someone goes, "Can you put that in one of your shticks?" I go, "I've got my own shticks." I don't argue about the word anymore. Oh, my shticks?
I'm
gonna start doing that. I really do get offended about the shtick thing.
Yeah. You know your shticks? He goes, "Nah." He goes, "I'm looking for some new shticks, but I have the shticks I'm doing right now. I'm all right with."
I like a shtick. Yeah, I remember that. And but you actually opened on the Virus tour.
Yeah, that was
you killed it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Was that nerve-wracking?
Oh, really? The O&A Virus tour, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were doing those.
And he did that. He won, did that, and it was so, dude. We were all petrified that we were going to bomb because it was always hanging out.
A lot of you did.
Well, not me, but yes, a lot of people did. And we were nervous for you, but you went out and you killed it. You did great.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was my hometown. I knew exactly what jokes to say to those people. It was easy. We just did the Mayweather again with Mulaney, and have had nothing but memories. So I started taking pictures of the same positions I did 15 years before, just for the hell of it.
Dude, the awkward nature of someone doing good when we did that Kid Rock show. and me and Jordan Jensen were both backstage. Like we just went on, and we were backstage going like, the crowd's like fine, but they're dumb, dude. Like they just don't get it. They're not fully getting it at all. And then Bobby was like, yeah, they suck. And then Bobby just killed and came out. And we go, I said they were stupid, Bobby. It doesn't sound good. You're like, I guess stupid people really enjoy my comedy. I guess you guys are too heady. I guess Jay's comedy's too heady for a crowd. They're dumb. I don't know. They seem great for me.
But then, yeah, I remember that. And then you were in at the Cellar. You were at the Cellar all the time. And
Yeah, man.
it was kind of cool to see you go from doing that competition with that weird shit.
Yeah, kind of hanging out with y'all, man. It's pretty awesome.
But
dude.
but then that relationship, I didn't know someday was going to save my life.
Yeah.
All the things people say, why do you do this? How do you do it? Why'd you run 20 miles? I don't know. Why did you take Tiger Showman and become a black belt? Why do you have why do you live? Why did you have sex with so many white girls?
All of those moments funneled down to this one point in time.
To this one point in time where
you saved a man's life. And by saved a life, I mean saved him a trip probably to like the Fifth Avenue Apple store.
Yeah.
No, I mean, dude, that day
You were running late already. There was a lot going on.
I was actually on time. Everything was perfect.
I'm saying it
Yes.
because of what happened. Yeah.
I went down to the subway. I almost bumped into a guy. He flips out on me. I went the other way. We wound up in the same place. I told him to shut the fuck up. He came at me. I push him hard. And he takes a knife out and says, I'm going to murder you. Starts swiping at me. I start running backwards, holding my Starbucks
Apollo Creed
snack pack in front of him while he's slicing the bag with my phone in my hand. And then at one point, he throws a kick. And he kicks my phone out of my hand onto the tracks.
Tiger Showman.
It was more Puerto Rican Chingaling gang.
Sure.
But and I kept it saved my life because I kept just saying my phone is on the tracks. And he was like, I'm gonna fucking murder you, man. I was like, yeah, but you kicked my phone on the tracks. And he's like, I'm gonna stab you. And I'm like, he's like, I know, okay, I kicked your phone on the tracks, but I'm gonna kill you. And I'm like, yeah, but my phone, all right, forget it. I'm leaving. I'm out. I get it. This guy's crazy. And he left, and I couldn't get my phone. And the guy in the orange vest was like, you have to go upstairs and over to the other thing. So I went to the lady. It takes an hour. I had to go. It was my first week or so at the Bonfire.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be late. I didn't want to miss a show. I was nervous. I was like, I didn't want to fuck things up. And I had to wait an hour for the phone guy or the guy who go on the tracks to come down. That was what I was told. There's one guy that has to be called, and he comes down on the track. So I'm sitting there. I don't even know what my phone is.
Is it worth losing a phone to do what we described? Like, it's the getting at. To me, it wouldn't be. I would jump right down there and grab my own phone. My decision would be based off of how many people are here who are going to watch the hilarious way that I have to
crawl back up,
flop out of that fucking thing. I said like I'm beaching myself. That's how I always describe it.
And they immediately show up. They immediately start gathering and watching to see what happens. I mean, there was a crowd. There was no crowd when I jumped off. When I looked up, like 5, 6 people suddenly, and then more like started. It was crazy. Couldn't start the show.
Well, I didn't. This is my fear, right? I made it out of this stabbing alive, and then I jumped down. My knee snaps again. I can't get back up, and nobody's helping me. And then the train comes, cuts me in half, holds me together for the 2 hours Dawn needs to get down to the city with Max to say goodbye, and they slowly back it up, and my guts pour out.
Yeah,
that was my fear. So, and all of a sudden,
my fear was just picking you up off and hurting my back, trying to get you off the track. That was my main fear.
So you were motivated.
Yeah, I was motivated too. I was like, I can't do that.
Well, what's funny because I'm walking back very distraught, and then I bumped into you, and you were so, hey man, what's up? And I said,
Wait, can I ask you something? Because my mind was in a complete opposite place. I literally was thinking about you. I was like, I wonder if somebody said Robert Kelly's really good with lights in the studio and the podcast. And I'm Googling lights. I'm just like, and I see him like, yes, that's where my mind was at. Like, I say, hey, Robert, what do you think about lights? That was my first time. And he looked at me like, I just was robbed. I was like, oh, well tell me what you're thinking about right now.
Can I say, I forgot about that. He was like, yo, man, what kind of lights should I use? And I was so fucked up.
Are you a ring light or like a bar light guy?
Exactly.
But I was so fucked up. I was like, hey man, I just got attacked by a guy with a knife. And his immediate response, where is he? Let's go get him. Right?
Yeah.
He said, let's go get him. And I was like, no. That's not what I need you for. I didn't even say, look, I'll be honest. Can I be honest with you?
Uh-huh.
I didn't like my intent.
Bobby's gonna cry. He's so emotional about this. He's like, I didn't. You think you know what? This hurts to start.
My intent was not to get you to jump down to get my phone, but when I saw you, I was like, I just wanted to tell. I was so glad I saw somebody I knew, but then when I saw how in shape you were and how agile you are,
Seton, any chance you could Assassin's Creed wall walk to grab my?
Well, I didn't say it like that. We went. I go, can you please call my phone? Because I thought I knew where it was, but it was actually on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So it was ringing, but we were in the wrong spot because all this commotion, I didn't even know where the thing happened. I didn't know, but we heard the phone. We went over to the tracks and we could hear it ringing, and it was definitely on the other side near the third rail. It was over that side because you couldn't.
The deadly, we think, third rail.
It's that you think.
I think so.
So I go, it's over there. So that's when I started using innuendos and stuff. I was like, hey man, it's over there. He's like, shit.
You're like, man, if I was like fucking 33 and black, I would just do it myself.
Yeah.
If I was a
Seton,
black
any
belt.
thoughts?
I'm 41 though. It's a problem. And,
if I had a-
and also too, the train was coming too. That's why I was looking at him crazy. Like you're not asking me this question. That's why I was processing.
No, but I said,
Seton, the clock's ticking.
Yeah,
That thing's gonna be here in about 40 seconds.
He even said it like you can make it. I think you said that
I didn't
phrase.
say
You
that.
can make
You know
it.
what I said? I said this.
You didn't tell us that, Bobby, into the story. Seton, you're fine. If not, I'll tell your story, dude.
I said.
He won that one thing with Bill Squire and the fart and the mask. I'll speak at your funeral.
I said, I don't see any lights. And I looked down each way. I looked down the left side like a train was coming that way.
You go, I'm going to go upstairs, get some signal, and look up the schedule. You stay down there.
So I looked down, I go, I don't see any lights. And I think we have a couple minutes. I'm pretty sure. I think I said that.
Yeah, and I was like looking, pointing, going,
Yeah.
look at that train coming.
A couple minutes is not a safe assessment to stay on the train.
It is not. But I had to get to the show, guys.
That's fair.
And I said, it was.
I don't know at all human costs. You would have understood.
I mean, look at how many women he's banged.
I don't know.
He's
I
lived
feel like
life.
you want me to die because of the white women, and I feel like that's rough.
Yeah, that's why.
There was a lot of mixes in there. I mean, I really didn't even start that until like 31.
We
29.
So I looked at him and he went, I remember you. You go. I said, I got a bad knee, dude. And you went. You literally went, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And you looked down both ways, and he hopped down. Boom, 2 hops. Boom, boom, to the phone, grabbed the phone, picks it up, and starts walking back. And that's when I had to say,
Oh, God. This part. I know this part.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
I said, because I have my wallet is a magnet that goes on the back of my phone. I went,
Yeah, better to lose them both at once.
I said, hey, real quick, did you see a wallet? I have a wallet. And you went, fuck.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck. And he went back and he saw it, grabbed it, but it was so close to the third rail, he got nervous and dropped it.
Yeah,
And
it wasn't like, let me explain. It wasn't just like near the third rail. It was like it was like it was waiting to be teabagged by the third rail. Does that make sense? Like it was waiting to be squatted on the face.
I couldn't see
and
it.
I had to stop the third rail from doing it. It was that kind of level.
I couldn't see it from the safety where I was. So I don't, from my safety vantage point, I didn't know what you were going through.
Yeah.
You go, Seton. He goes, it's under the third rail. He goes, and also, there is a light now. So, chop chop.
There was a trinkle, wasn't there?
Well, yeah, there was there a phone? Was the phone next to the third rail?
The phone was a little bit before, but the actual wallet was completely under it. Whereas, like, I could die if I sneezed.
Oh shit! Dude, I'm so sorry.
I was like, but I was already halfway. I was already there. So I was like,
I'm so sorry.
You just panic like Hurt Locker, and you're like, dude, it's only my second week on the show. I got to get there if you don't mind.
Well, I think I actually said, dude, that's a platinum Amex, and I just got it replaced. So if
These
you,
are all pretentious things to be yelling out.
No, I didn't yell that.
Well, I was just thinking I need numbers for my special. So things worked out. If I die, things are going to pop.
Everything comes to fruition.
Yeah, the real end of that story should have been Seton robbed you. Just take your phone and your thing and dip out.
No, if that Puerto Rican was a friend of his and they came out and beat the shit out of me and stabbed me.
I don't think everyone listening will know that the third rail will electrocute you.
Well,
I think.
Is that
right? Isn't that the thing about it?
That's the live rail.
It's live rail.
Yeah.
I learned that from the movie Beach Street because that's how Ramo died.
Yeah.
But that's from the 80s, and I don't know if it's still a thing if you can touch it and get
Isn't
nailed.
third rail like a phrase? Don't touch the third rail?
Yeah, you
Like
can't. Third
a
rail is
general
electric. Yeah, you'll get
colloquialism?
killed. You'll get killed. It says it
Like
down.
I think
Just
the rats
touching
know
it.
not to touch
Touch
it.
it,
There's
you
a
die.
current.
Oh, you'll die. You'll get killed.
Oh, you're right. The rats don't touch it.
Yeah, you don't. And just for Bonfire context, a month and a half ago, Robert Kelly got robbed and stabbed the first week of his Bonfire. Almost killed on the subway. Lost his phone and was saved.
A month and a half ago.
By, I'm just putting in.
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gone by
so
so
long ago.
fast. No, it was a month and a half. Well, how long was it? That
It
long
was
ago?
after March. It was definitely after March because
Okay,
I wasn't
yeah.
here before then.
Yeah, so you jumped back up. Here's the ease, though. He jumped back. You jumped back up like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And you know if I went down,
Yeah.
you would have had to pull me back up.
And my back would have been fucked.
Yeah, you would have had to pull me back up, and it would have been embarrassing for both of us.
Yeah, Seton. Yeah, you could have died. So wait a second.
Oh, yeah, you see that? Though? How many
There's a third rail on just trains? Outside?
What's a train?
Oh, really?
There's no way that's true.
No, a third rail in the subway.
The subway for sure. This is
there
showing
it
on a train.
Showing just a
I
regular
think
train
that's
track.
overhead.
No, it's overhead. There's no third rail on a train. On an Amtrak,
You can't just have that. You can't you have to walk over those
you can't
regularly.
because you'd have to have it enclosed because people would just die.
Yeah, constantly.
Animals and everything would just fucking hit it and die. So outside, no, it's above it. Down underneath the subway, it's the third rail, and that's where my.
By the way,
wallet was.
it's not a certain death. You could have just been seriously injured, Seton.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay,
That's nice. That's
that
what
makes
I
it
like.
better, right?
Yeah.
Seton, great news. It's not a death sentence anymore. It's like AIDS.
Yeah.
You can live with it.
Yeah, and you get a GoFundMe. We would have a hot.
You get a pretty sick GoFundMe.
You would have had a great
It
GoFundMe.
would have been really silly. It would have been like, what'd you do that for? I mean, I just feel like there would be a lot of black people just wouldn't test
The Strokes would have to give.
Strokes would have to
and they are doing okay.
Yeah, that would have been lovely. If they
Yeah,
did that.
They
and
write
they
a
would
song. They write a song for you.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Seton Smith. Why can't we fix those fucking third rail system?
To save a white man's wallet, because he has a gold and platinum Amex.
Paid the ultimate price.
Is that the song from that movie about the white guy who went in the woods and died?
Who?
Isn't that jingle? That song from
I was doing Goodbye Norma Jean, the song that
No, you're right.
Elton John keeps redoing
No, you're right.
about dead white women.
That's never gonna end. That's a good system.
So I just want to say to you right now, thank you, man. Because if you weren't there that day, I was 100% going to jump down and get my wallet, and I could have got hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe you would have waited for the phone guy.
I wouldn't have. I'm too impatient, and I was too fucking mad that nobody gave a shit that some guy just tried to stab me. Like the guy in the vest who works there.
I worry about.
I said to him, "I just got stabbed," and he goes, "Yeah, I saw it. That was crazy."
Bobby, you're too trusting to go down there because you'll be like,
I mean, what the fuck is that?
Bobby, you'll be like, you'll ask them, if I touch this, am I gonna get electrocuted? And they're just gonna go, I don't think so, dude. And you'll just go, okay, he knows, and you'll do it. You're too trusting.
I would have went over, and I probably would have I could have got zapped. I could have hurt my knee. I could have got hit by the train. All this shit was running through my head.
All right, Mr. Glass Half Empty. How about you get zapped? It fires you back onto the platform, which saves you that embarrassment, and maybe you have a little bit of powers now.
This is
Maybe a
why
little something.
I'm friends with you,
Yeah,
because
nice.
you are a glass half full.
Yeah, maybe you can control the powers.
Yeah. And then I find that guy and I electrocute him.
And then you kill him with your electricity powers, like fucking whatever that Big Trouble in Little China guy.
was awesome.
That
yeah,
was awesome.
so
Wasn't he in Enter the Dragon too? Didn't he fight Bruce Lee? That big
Bruce Leroy?
No, Bolo Young
Bolo. That's not. See, I
was in
mixed
that.
up.
No, the
Now I'm
three
racist.
storms were rain, thunder, lightning, right? And they're remaking that movie with The Rock, which is
What movie?
upsetting.
Which
Which
one?
one is he gonna? Is he gonna be Kurt Douglas?
He's gonna be not Kurt
Russell.
Russell.
It's gonna be Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
They're remaking that movie?
They don't have to. It stands. That'd be fun for a kid to watch today. It doesn't need to be updated.
Who's gonna be the Asian? Kevin Hart.
Probably
Ronnie
Kevin
Chan.
Hart.
Ronnie Chan.
Ronnie Chang.
Ronnie Chang. Sorry.
Is there anything else? Go to IMDb. Have they cast this
I
thing?
do
pretty
like
hard
Ronnie
yet?
Chang as an actor.
Ronnie Chang. I like him
really
a lot.
funny.
What
I
did
like
you
him
see
a lot.
him? You just played like a
He was in
not a serious role, but like he was like a boss somewhere. It was like a Black Mirror episode or something he did.
and he was in the other movie.
The Shang-Chi?
Yeah, Shang-Chi. He was
Yeah.
good in that too.
Yeah, he was funny in
And
Shang-Chi.
he's great, man. Good guy.
Yeah.
Really good guy.
Great human
Solid guy.
Dude, the first time I met Ronnie Chang, he came to just observe Bobby's podcast, and I was there.
Where?
Riotcast Studios.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Why didn't he come on?
No one
he's
knew
shot-
he was. He was in town. He was just like, I'm a comic from
I know
Sony. He was
why.
a big fan. He just sitting and hung out. I think that might have been the same time Christine's tit fell out.
Your tit fell out on my podcast?
It was crazy.
It fell out?
It
Do I
was-
remember that? Why don't I remember seeing
Because
that?
nobody saw but Jay.
Oh, is it on video?
No,
I
I
wasn't
don't
on
think
camera.
so. She was wearing a. It was crazy. I looked. She was wearing a tank top, like a loose Def Leppard tank top.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked over at one point, and everyone was laughing, and Christine was just sitting there watching us, like smiling, and the tank top was just in, and her bra, like little bra thing, was down, and her tit was just. I was like, oh, well, Christine,
Christine, let's tell him. I asked her to do that for me.
Oh, that's fine.
That was our thing back
Listen.
in the day. I was like, can you sneak a tit out while Jay's laughing?
Christine's got secret accounts somewhere.
Secret account for what?
I don't know. There's no cast yet, just Dwayne Johnson.
Just Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Didn't he just get $1 billion for something?
He
Did he?
should. He's amazing.
He just got
I
$1
love
billion
him.
for something.
He deserves $1 billion more because he's a
Really? You love him?
I like him. I actually remember when he opened up the Super Bowl. It was kind of stupid, but I loved it.
He sucked.
Remember that he just called it.
All right,
I don't
came,
dis-
those pants, those fucking mauve pants that came up over his belly button, which is for only fat people, by the way. If you're skinny, you don't get that fucking option. And
Word
he-
is.
Oh, they were pleated. He
New
looked like an ass.
Hollywood rumor. He's gay. Big Hollywood rumor.
Well, I like him again.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you do The Rock if The Rock wanted to do you?
I mean, could I say no?
You could.
I mean,
but
you know what I'm saying?
there's
like,
a price to pay.
There's a price to pay.
And it's called The Rock.
I don't know if Tiger Showman taught you that defensive
Yeah,
technique.
I don't know if you could defend the rock bottom. One of the greatest finishing moves in WWE history. If he took his elbow pad off, you finished. You're sucking that dick.
Dude, The Rock, why I always liked him when he was just The Rock in Nation. Well, no, he was pretty popular at that point. We went to a WWE in Philly, 2000 maybe even earlier, maybe like 99. But we went, and he comes out at the end of Raw taping. He came out at the end of it and did like all the line, like for not TV anymore. He came out, like I remember because I was with, it might have been Kevin Hart or Kirk, because we made the joke. We're like, he's doing like 7 tight minutes at the end of and murdering in an arena.
Was
Just
it
those lines?
Corporate champ or People's champ?
People's champ still.
Nice. People's champ was fun. Wait, People's champ was the ironic People's champ or like the for real People's champ? Because remember this point he was like saying that just for a joke.
It was
at the
early
beginning-
Rock. It was early. It was early. He wasn't a Nation of Domination anymore.
The
It was-
beginning, the people didn't like him, and they.
Yeah.
And he was like, he would say, "And can you smell?" And they'd be like, "What?" And he would, "Shut up!" Only The Rock says it.
That was a
He would
great
tell-
time.
when he told the crowd to shut up. I mean, that's the shit. That was the best Rock.
Yeah.
My favorite. Someone always reminds me of it. His best speech ever, or shit talk ever, was when he was coming back to fight Hulk Hogan, or Hulk Hogan was going to fight him, and he was like, he goes, "Finally, it's happened." He goes, "The ultimate match in the cage. In one corner, a legend whose accomplishments could never be measured," and he basically goes through all Hulk Hogan's things. He goes, "And in the other corner, Hulk Hogan."
My favorite one was the Dudley Brothers. Remember the Dudley Brothers used to stutter?
Yeah.
And he goes,
Oh yeah.
he goes, "Let me ask you a question." He's like, "What? Do you like pancakes?" And he went, "What the? It doesn't matter what you like." I fucking hit the floor. And then he rock bottom. It was great.
Oh, if you go, Christine, bring up those compilations. What did they show recently? One was like John Cena would be canceled today. If like his early wrestling things, his like all like the hip hoppy shit.
Oh God, no! Please record that. I stopped before Cena. I didn't want to see what that was.
Me too. I was out.
Once
by
the
then.
color left, because I was like, oh, there was nobody cool and black. And I'm like, wow, there's no reason to be here anymore, guys.
Oh yeah, here we go. This version of John Cena would get canceled so fast. Play it. Let's get a little volume.
Sorry, I'm trying to get to the
You're doing great.
Reverse discrimination. I hate you for 2 words. Illegal immigration battle was over way before it even started. You against me? That's totally retarded. More times than a masturbation tournament. Flame's intelligence. That's impossible. His head is hollow. His t-shirt used to say you suck, but they had to switch it because he swallows. They hit them sit-ups too. You're not exactly the leanest. Forget seeing me, bro. You can't see your own penis.
Oh, shit.
I'm a Jedi
Fetch
Knight.
name.
I was a stunt double for Anakin. I fight with my lightsaber. His is for backdoor shenanigans. Got no hydraulics in your car. You got a sexual sickness.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad I didn't really know wrestling John Cena at all because he is awesome in The Peacemaker. He's so good.
Great.
Yeah.
He's so funny and like seems
and
to
in
get that's
this?
clearly a character. Well, no, I mean he's doing a character there too. It's just like I would have never given him a chance. Nothing to do with being upset with the content. I'm saying more just like, oh, this guy sucks.
Dude, I would say
bad
something.
poetry rap. It was
When The
really bad.
Rock and John Cena went at it with WrestleMania, and The Rock was talking about his stupid shirts and his stupid slogans, and he called them Fruity Pebbles. He totally outed him. But then Cena fucked The Rock. You remember what he did to The Rock?
No.
The Rock came out with his shit written on his arm, and Cena. And his thing was like, yeah, I may come out here this and that. You might call me this, but I don't have to write my script on my arm.
Oh,
and
really?
you could see it, all his fucking shit on his hand.
Oh,
and then
really?
you could see The Rock go, what the fuck do you say?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that. It was bad, man.
I enjoy wrestling beefs. It never really gets too ugly. I'm a big MMA fan right now, and there's this one storyline that was starting to get kind of scary. I ain't want to see it. Yo, is he Israel Adesanya? He was going to fight that Duplessis dude. And
I don't know who that is. What's that?
oh, Duplessis. Okay, my bad. I'm talking all shorthand. There was a guy. I
We
forgot.
need
his name.
bonfire context because some people just tuned in.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. My name is Seton Smith, and I'm talking about the UFC. MMA, mixed martial arts. And, well, recently there was a fighter, champion named Israel Adesanya, and he really wanted to fight this white guy from South Africa. So the fun...
Bring up, what's his name?
Duplessis.
I must have seen him before.
Yeah, his name is Duplessis. And in order for Duplessis to move up in the rankings of the UFC, he started talking trash. And he said the line, I'm more African than Israel Adesanya.
Yeah. And people to know, the Duplessis guy is white.
Super
whiter than Big J and Jacob put
But
together.
he's South African.
It's a South African white. So he's going around like, I'm more African than you. We just took over the country 50 years ago. So it got real weird. So Izzy gets on the, I'm sorry, back to the
Oh,
voice.
Izzy's from Africa.
His
They're
family's
both
from
Africa.
Nigeria. But
He's from Nigeria. The other one's from South Africa, where
Yeah.
they didn't like the ones from Nigeria.
exactly.
I'll never
exactly.
forget.
It's real weird. But he lives in like New Zealand now, so it's all like, oh, well, he ain't really a real African, which is like a weird thing for a white guy to say. And so then after Duplessis won a fight, Izzy went into the cage to talk trash, which is, famous. Instead, I think he got too drunk and just said nigga like 45 times. It was so weird. What up, nigga? What up, nigga? What up, nigga?
Izzy's did it?
Can I just say something real quick? Everybody listening right now, Seton is black.
Seaton, yeah.
He's black.
Hopefully this only happens on the bonfire one time a year, guys. Hopefully.
I mean, on air one time a year.
But yeah, I was like, oh my God, I kind of don't want to see that campaign.
That is such a funny.
That's gonna be a good. I mean, that fight.
When I was in, when I went to South Africa, 2003 maybe, it was Todd Lynn, the late Todd Lynn was with me, and I remember
God.
going and all these, all of these other comics from all over the place were with us. And we had a guy who was driving us to our first gig. The driver's name was George, local
Local
black
George.
guy,
I remember local George.
South African, driving the transport. Very nice guy. And at one point, they were asking Todd why he's being like not friendly and shitty to everyone. And he goes, why do you have such an attitude, man? And he was like, I got a bad attitude because I'm a black man living in America or something like that. And then everyone got weird and quiet. Real weird and real quiet. And I didn't even know why everyone got so quiet. And then Todd, when he got out of the car, I was almost like, sorry, guys. Todd's just like, he just plays the villain. Like, he'll loosen up and you'll all like him in a while. He's like, it's not that. It's just that's a pretty weird thing to say in front of George, who slavery just ended 11 years ago.
Yeah.
It was early. It was like 2003 or so. So it was like, yeah, slavery was like not long ago there, like apartheid, but potato, sort of,
It's weird. I was at the cellar last night talking about Todd with Babiglia and John Laster, and there was an angle with Todd that's not talked about enough. He was angry because he was a black man in America, but it had nothing to do with race. It's because he was born with a little bitty arm.
Yep.
And so he just grew up in a black neighborhood with a bitty arm.
He wasn't even born. No, he wasn't born. He had an accident happen. Like his arm got busted up in an accident, and then it went like atrophy. So it was a little baby arm. But man,
black people are not nice people.
He was so nasty to people, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's such great lines when him and Mike Epps.
His baby arm was funny, especially when he was on stage because he couldn't put the mic in it.
Yeah, he has like wrap his hand in it and put it in front of his face. But Mike Epps was fighting with him one time, like they were arguing about something. I think Todd was getting into like well, why don't you shut up and throw a punch or something? He's like, shut up, Todd, if I come over there and dunk that little chicken wing and barbecue sauce and bite it off.
Oh God.
I dunked that little chicken wing and barbecue sauce.
You got a special coming out?
Oh, our special came out in February, but then
where is it?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. What's it called?
It's called Seton Smith Lives Madison Square Garden.
You were at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, I opened up for Mulaney, and he let me shoot a special in front of him.
Wow, that's fucking
awesome.
wild.
I saw it on the post you put up about it, man. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's
fun.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
And he just like, gave you everything.
He just said like
didn't charge you a dime.
He didn't let. He's like, I'm not going to get in your way.
Wow.
But I still had to buy all the equipment and make it all make and stuff. He's like, I'm not getting in your way. Just support. And he really is. Support.
I was going to say he didn't produce it though at all.
No, he didn't produce it. No, okay. He just was like.
He didn't make you buy blow or anything. Okay. You can do whatever you want. Just go get. No, I'm kidding.
Listen, I ain't gonna talk about that.
No, no, he's doing good. I'm so happy for the guy. He's kicking ass right now.
Yeah,
it's
man.
such it's to me, and again you have to see him. Two guys like Greg Giraldo and Mulaney are two people that I'm trying to even picture them doing drugs at all, let alone being so like problematically. I never saw it.
I mean,
I never saw
motorcycle, leather wristband, tattoos.
But he was always he just looked like a fashionably like hip guy. Girls dug him. Yeah. I never saw like the sweaty. By the way, we did that show Z-Rock together, and they would they'd come to me at one point. They would, if I went on another day than him, and they were like, we had to send Greg home yesterday. Like he just was like sweating and couldn't like stay awake. And I'm like, really? But then I'd see him on another day we were shooting together, and I'm like, why did I never catch it by anything? I was like, so it's such a strange. And Mulaney, same thing. Like,
yeah,
he's the most like buttoned up guy I've ever seen. Like, where's this party?
Mulaney, I never saw, but I've never seen a guy that straight laced and kind of just a nerdy dude annihilate. I used to have to follow him at the cellar, and it was a fucking problem.
Yeah, I don't think he is. Like he plays much more nerdy than he actually is. In my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying he's like a liar.
I think you're right. No, I think he's just like I think it's his personality is like that. Like a suit wearing guy, but like it's not.
It's also his voice is very hello. I'm Mulaney, and I have good jokes, and I love pussy, cocaine, and assholes.
Not in that order.
Yeah.
We'll see it special live at Madison Square Garden, streaming right now on YouTube for free.
Hilarious.
Go fucking watch it.
Thank you.
Give it a click. Get those fucking numbers up. We'll
and
be
go
back.
see him live too.
Yeah, September 11th at Comedy Cellar.
Where do they get tickets on your website?
Yeah.
SetonSmith.com.
And if you guys are in danger, look him up. He's around the city saving lives.
He can navigate that third rail like no one else I've ever seen.
Yeah, you drop a baby down a well, he'll save it.
I have done that.
I think we'll be back to say goodbye. If not, bye. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the pre-record. Jersey Shore tomorrow. Maybe. Look at the time. It's the Bonfire.
And now back to the Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Jay.
Yeah.
I just want to say, too, you were on Jim and Sam Seton talking about it, and they were giving me a hard time because you were supposed to be on this show.
Yes.
The week after it happened, you were supposed to be on this show, and I said, we need to get you on. And I said to Christine, And Christine never did it. I'm just throwing Christine under the bus.
I whiffed. I really fucked up. I completely spaced on it.
So it's not my fault.
It's okay.
You
Is
saved
it
my life.
racism? My best guess is yes.
Well, she did say ugh when I don't know if it was his comedy or his skin color.
She said,
No, we were
hadn't
like,
we
we
hit
have
our
to get
quota?
Seaton on. We have to hear the story.
I
with
said
him,
that,
and
and
I
she
just
was like-
completely fucking spaced on the
She
whole
was
thing.
like, "Do we?"
Understood.
Christine was
Yeah.
like, didn't we hit our quota? And I go, quota for what? What are you saying, you
Yeah, what are
crazy
you-
bitch?
It was crazy. So I'm glad you came on.
I'm happy to be
Thank
here.
you.
I owe you a dinner.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll get that dinner, dude.
Will you eat steak?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll go to a steak
Keen
dinner.
Steakhouse, nice. Whatever you want. You order whatever you want.
Chill out. I was talking maybe Texas Roadhouse.
Whatever you want. You open the menu, you point to whatever you want.
See you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend.
Next week, enjoy tomorrow's pre-record. We love you. Bye-bye.